All right. Well, you know, most of us. Benji, you want to hear out the whole song? Most of us have fallen in love at some point in time or at some point during a relationship, but it isn't all blissful. You'd say love hurts, right? Wrong. According to associate clinical psychologist Kamala McWhiney, it's all a misconception. Good morning, Kamala.
Good morning, David.
Kamala, I don't know what you mean misconception. Because when people are ball, when people lock up in the house and say, me gonna go back to the Savior the way I me come. Because man is wicked, a woman is wicked. It literally hurts. So tell me, why are you saying it doesn't hurt?
I believe that love, well, first of all, we have to define what love is.
What is love?
So if a man tells him love you, you need to ask him what exactly you mean by that.
In my time, might not answer, I'm going to think him no.
Because we have to make sure that what he mean as love is what you looking for as love as well.
Oh.
So some people's idea of love is the struggle, the bawling and the emotionality, and every day you're switching from mood to mood. But I don't think that's the healthiest version of love. So that's why I think that love doesn't hurt.
But suppose you ask him, Kamala, and him don't know what to say.
Ask him what he want to feel.
Right. I'm saying, how do you open the conversation? Because if you ask and him say, what do you mean? Me tell you something, love you, what you ask me say? How do you move it from that point?
So when we're in love, we feel different things, we want different things, and we want to give different things. So you can break it down like that. So, daily, I love you. Daily can say to me, what do you want? You know, how can I love you the way you want to be loved? How do you want to feel when me try love you back, for example?
Oh.
Yeah. So the elements of love, we can look into that.
May I hear you? Come on. So, fine. So you determine that that's love. But we can say things, but then, because in my head, this is what it's supposed to be, or this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But emotionally, that's not how it manifests itself, or in reality, that's not how it manifests itself. And then it hurts. So what are you saying is that love itself does not hurt, but what hurts?
What
is
hurts
it that's
is
hurting?
when two people don't have the same vision of love. So for example, they talk about the 5 love languages, and we're going to be talking about that as well. So you might experience love in terms of kind words. So I tell you, oh, your hair looks so fabulous today.
Right.
Or your body is everything.
Right.
But that's not the way you want to be loved. Suppose you want quality time. And I feel like to just give you the paycheck every month and that's enough. And tell us, you look nice.
So I think providing for me is
exactly
showing love.
Right.
As opposed to
I wouldn't be receiving the love in the way I need it, but you're giving it to me same way in that way.
So what happens if I see someone and I say, boy, you know, we hang out, we're good, we have a nice vibe, and we think we're building love, but then me and him, some points of the love don't. From what you're saying, the concepts don't meet. What do we do?
So you have to decide now if it works for you. Because as Lauryn Hill say in the song, sometimes it hurts and we feel like, oh, this is the right way, the passion and the intensity and the crying. You have to figure out, is this worth my time?
Yeah.
Because there's social exchange going on, you know. What am I getting out of this? So if I'm not getting what I want, then maybe it's time to call it quits, or we need to have a conversation to see if we can come to some, you know, mutual understanding of what we can do to fix it.
There are some people who feel that if it doesn't hurt, it's not love.
Exactly, and that's dangerous.
Okay.
I think so. And especially in our society now, we see a lot of people who are being physically abused, and some people equate that to the intensity, oh, him really possessive, you know, because he loves me so much.
Yeah.
So again, the wrong use of the word love, you know.
The emotional one is quite crippling as well. So I've seen people say, you know, I'm not gonna call her man to see if she's going to get upset that I did not call. Or she will say, I'm going to cheat and see if it's going to bun him.
Yeah.
Send me a game bun. And if it not bun him, that means him not love me.
Exactly.
So there's kind of a challenge between, so you have a series, you have a live class series. Apart from that, what are some of the misconceptions that you think people bring to the class about love?
The whole thing about, you know, love means having power over you. I see a lot of people in therapy who have that kind of idea. So I need to know where you're going at all times. That's what love means to them. I see a lot of women who
But
believe...
some people believe you wanting to know where I am at all times says you love me.
Right. So those two people might be happy together. But suppose you and that person don't have that same idea, then you're going to have a problem. You know? And then when it escalates now to the point where I have to make you do what I need you to do. So at work you go, you can't stop at your friend's house.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow you or stalk you, whatever it is. Then we get really problematic with some of those things.
It's one of the misconceptions too is that over time, some people feel them have to be persevering.
Yes.
Over time, he will love me, or over time, she will love me.
And another spin on that now is the whole thing of playing hard to get. Because you have some men who feel like she's going to play hard to get, so I have to push really hard. And they push, if you're telling them no, and it escalates and escalates until they get into sexual abuse and inappropriate behavior, that type of thing. Because again, the misconception that as a man, I have to really push hard, even if she's saying
women,
no.
I mean, we're saying, but there are women as well who feel that if I pursue this man, even if he's in another relationship, if he's not interested, he not love me now, but if I pursue him,
I can make him.
He will see that I love him, and then he will love me.
Correct.
So the women them can stalk men too. I just
Equal
want to be
rights,
clear.
yes.
yes. You're a breast cancer survivor.
I am.
How has that experience helped to shape the life classes that you're offering?
Well, the whole journey of breast cancer taught me deep self-love. Ongoing process, but it forced me to really dig into who am I, what am I about, what's valuable about me. And I believe that for you to love somebody else, you have to start with you. If you don't love you, it's difficult to even receive love from somebody else.
Yeah.
So that has been a pretty good, even though unfortunate, platform for me to use to
You've
help
been able
other
to
people.
turn it around.
Absolutely.
All right, so you're going to be having an event this Saturday?
Yes.
What's it about?
It's about, the title for this one is When Love Hurts So Good, Correcting the Miseducation.
When love hurts so good, correcting the miseducation.
Yes.
And where is it going to be and what time?
It's going to be at Eden Gardens, that's Lady Musgrave Road, at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Some of the things that we do, Kamala, are generational. We learn things from our parents.
Absolutely.
What are some of the generational things that you think affect us in Jamaica in terms of love? Like, I think we readily accept that men are going to have multiple partners.
Yes. That's a big one.
Yeah, is that one of the things?
Absolutely. So a lot of people believe that, well, if I can get him to even make me side chick number one, then me stay good. Because wifey, I may or may not achieve wifey status, and I don't expect him to be constantly faithful. So that's one. The second one is we kind of think that our men don't need romance because they're supposed to be tough and hard. They're not supposed to be vulnerable. So we have men who don't cry, or so that the emotions go somewhere else, and that can be dangerous in the long term.
You don't show him that kind of nourishing enough.
Absolutely.
So he's going to try and get it elsewhere.
And we're starting with our boys, which is troubling to me as well. So we're teaching them that men don't cry, men don't say I'm sorry, men are not vulnerable. And so when we get them 30 years later as partners, they have some issues.
Them tough like a bone. Oh, Lord. You have to soften them up. Think laugh. All the men in here just went... Yeah, but it's an interesting thing, and I think that's why people have to go to counselling. Do you think couples should counsel? Right now, people go to counselling for premarital counselling. But do you think couples in general should take some time and sit with somebody else and discuss their issues?
Absolutely, call it maintenance therapy because it's work to keep it going.
I'm if I tell you a long time, I never go on, and it's not easy. So
come to life class because we're having one for couples too,
You're having one for couples?
And one for single men. Oh, this one is for single ladies.
But all this is going to work now because I go carrying, but Empress have to go come, Simone have to go come.
We're ready.
So
we're
I'm
ready
going
for
to share up the time.
Yeah.
All right, my Crystal, I want the word. Thank you very much, my love. Associate Clinical Psychologist and Public Speaker, Kamala McWhinney. On the other side of the break, how the CSEC publication is helping hurricane victims. You'll want to hear about that. Please stay with us.